Telling the stories of entrepreneurs and how they overcame the struggles and challenges to get where they are today. This is Believe in the Entrepreneur with Joel Sandoval, CPA.
Welcome to another episode of Believe in the Entrepreneur, and I'm super excited because I have Valerie Luna in the house, who's one of the top realtors at Elite Realtors here in Bakersfield and the surrounding cities of Kern County. So Valerie, thanks for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So for those that don't know Valerie, she's young, inspiring entrepreneur, realtor who's just crushing it not only in real estate, but also as, on her social media game, also, first time mom, we're just talking about that she's going to be having her, throwing her first birthday party for her daughter. So
yes, I'm super excited.
Yeah. So she's not only crushing it in real estate, but also balancing life, which I think is super important.
Yes, definitely.
So, Valerie, why don't we start by telling me a little bit about yourself and, how you decided to even become a realtor?
Oh man, when I first started, I didn't even think I wanted to be a realtor. I just kind of I want an office job.
Mm-hmm.
When I got out of high school, I was working throughout high school. I went to the fields, I was working in the fields and I was like, I don't want to work in the fields anymore. And
wow.
So after I was working in the fields, I was like, okay, maybe an inside job. So I started working in the mall and I did food and clothes.
Okay.
And I didn't like either. I was like, man, food, you get all sticky, you have to wear a uniform, and then in the clothes, you're folding clothes all day, just folding clothes, putting up clothes in display. And I was like, man, I don't really like this. I don't really like working in the mall. I was like, I don't want to work in the mall. And so I was looking at different jobs, I was like, maybe I can open up a business. I started in food. I was like, oh, I love making food, I was thinking maybe meal preps. I can have my meal prep business. And then I was like, oh, maybe the bakery business. I started making some banana nut breads.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was making banana nut breads. I was selling them. I was going door to door, and I was making good money off of them. But with the food, it goes bad. So it's you have a certain time with that food. Mm-hmm. You have to sell it quick, or you have to make orders at a certain day, or people will come and, you just have to deliver it at a certain time. If not, it's bad.
Right.
So I was like, I don't really like the food. So I was like, maybe working with paperwork or something. Mm-hmm. And I had seen that Anthony, my brother-in-law, he was in real estate, so I was like, oh, maybe I can try that out, maybe I'll become an assistant. But I didn't think I wanted to become a realtor because I was like, man, that's a lot, it seemed like it would be boring, or they're doing a lot of paperwork and they're just inside. And I was like, maybe I'll just be the assistant, but I won't be the realtor because I was scared to get on camera or put myself out there.
Right.
But then as I was surrounding myself with realtors, I loved how they talked. I loved the language. Mm-hmm. Keep in mind, I was going to college. I was going to Bakersfield College, BC.
Yeah.
And I wanted to join the nursing. I wanted to do the rad tech. You know what that is?
Oh, okay.
The ultrasounds.
Yeah.
But the language just did not. It did not stick. And
right.
I was like, I don't want to do that. And so I was like, maybe in the kids while I was trying the real estate. So it just, the language of real estate just really stuck with me. And so I ended up going through that route, getting my license and starting showing houses and getting clients out. So it's been a while since I got out of high school. It's maybe been around 6 or 7 years of high school, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 6 years.
6 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. So I think especially in high school, right? That's kind of when you're like, okay, it's time to go out on your own.
Yeah.
But you don't really know what you want to do.
What do I want to do? What am I gonna love to do? I was thinking maybe that nursing. I was like, oh, they pay good. I'll probably like it, seeing the babies and things like that. But I was just like, I'm not getting any of this. Like, I am like failing, and I'm like, I can't. I don't want to do it, you know? So I just kind of changed my major, and I was like, I'll try something else.
Okay. Gotcha. And actually, your broker was on my show earlier, which is, Anthony Magana, who's the broker at Elite Realtors. So he was the one that introduced you to real estate, correct?
Yeah, I actually started as his assistant.
Okay.
And I was going with him and shadowing him and kind of seeing how real estate is to see if I even wanted to do it, because I was more on the like, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't know if I would like it, or I don't know how it works, or what if I fail?
Right.
I was telling my family, I was like, oh, like I'm thinking about doing real estate. Like, maybe I'll like it. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm kind of working at it. And my dad's like, oh, no, don't do it. The market's going to fail, and it's going to drop, and you're going to be out of a job. You're going to have to start over. I was like, man, I'm just going to give it a shot. Like, if I don't like it and I fail, then I fail,
Right.
But if I make it, then I make it, I feel like as long as you put your all into what you want to do, you'll definitely succeed.
Yeah, for sure. So when you were assisting Anthony, were you just kind of like his TC, or what exactly were you helping him out with?
I mean, I was helping him out with marketing and things like that. Like, I would just be like, hey, if you need me to go anywhere with you to showings, like, I'm willing to just go. Like, I would just assist him with anything that needed. He was doing like videos, and videos wasn't really out there like that. So I was like trying to do videos, but man, cameras is tough.
Yeah.
I was just like, I'm gonna pick somebody else to do that.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
So you were just kind of like his executive assistant, almost like just helping him with whatever he needed help with.
Yeah, because he had assistants before me. I mean, his brother was his assistant, but they kind of just became realtors, and they're doing their own thing. Yeah.
I see.
I mean, he was kind of starting out as well. So he was kind of like, what do I have you do? Like, I usually do this. So can you reply to these messages? Or can you do this? So I just kind of started out like that.
Gotcha. Okay. And so was he just kind of paying you like an hourly rate, or how was he?
Yeah, hourly. We would go in like at 9, and then we'll leave at 5. And he'll just tell me, hey, you do this. Can you do this for me? Can you make these letters for me? And can you send these out, or make Christmas cards or things like that? Nice.
That's pretty cool that you got to because he was here on the show, and he's doing some big things, and he was telling me how he's trying to expand to Fresno. Eventually, he wants to be a national brokerage, which is pretty awesome. So I think like being side to someone that is growing and just learning like what they're doing, just being, some people don't realize how much value there is in being just associated with someone like that, because you just start getting so much knowledge.
Yeah, like you don't even know, he's just like giving you knowledge, and while he's just talking.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And you're just trying to help out. Yeah. You're just doing your job, but you're like soaking it all in and stuff. So as you're helping him out, you're obviously, helping him with marketing and helping him with, paperwork, stuff like that. So when did you make the shift to say, you know what, I'm going to be a realtor?
I was debating versus, so I was like a gym rat. So I was thinking about like fitness. I was thinking about photography, videos. I was like in between that and real estate. And I actually had to hire like a mentor to show me what I should do. And he's just like, well, I wanted to be on YouTube too, but like one of those makeup and fitness, and I don't even know. I was like, I want to do all these things. Can I do them all? And can I do them all? And he was just like, no, you have to focus on one thing.
Right.
Like, you have to make that like your priority. Like, and it looks like real estate is like what you are mostly wanting to focus on. So I would say you do that. But I'm just, if there's any obstacles in your way, just keep going.
Right.
But that's how I ended up like choosing real estate, because I was like, okay, yeah, maybe all these things, I shouldn't do all these things.
Right.
Because it will keep my focus, like it was steering me away.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's super important because, especially like with social media.
Mix it all together, working now, and they're like not going to know what you are doing.
Right.
People are going to be confused when they see your name. Like, oh, are you doing fitness? Are you doing YouTube? Are you doing real estate? Are you like, what are you doing?
Right.
Like they want to know like you as that one person.
Right.
One that's what they want to go to you for.
Exactly.
Real estate, pretty much.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool that you had a mentor that basically said, hey, you know what? Avoid all these other distractions.
Yeah.
Even though they seem like you want to try them out until you focus on really one career path. That's when you're going to become successful.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't exactly say it like that, but he said like, this is like what you are more focused on. Like I would say focus on that. And that's what I kept doing. I was like, okay, then I'm going to keep trying for my test.
Gotcha.
And I mean, I failed it like maybe like 3 times.
Oh, really?
I failed it 3 times. On my 3rd try, I got it. On the first one, I was like just close.
Okay.
The second time, I was at 69. And then on my 3rd try, I don't even know what I got. They just say congratulations.
You passed.
Yeah,
at that point,
passed,
who cares?
yeah, then like, it's okay. It doesn't matter. You passed. That's it. You got your license. Congrats.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So that's pretty cool that you didn't really give up, because some people, they fail and they're like, oh, okay, this wasn't meant for me.
Yeah.
But you just kept at it, you know?
I mean, honestly, with the bread thing, I kind of mixed my skills together because I was like, man, if I can't sell this piece of bread, then I'm probably not going to be good at real estate if I can't sell this bread. And I did. I was like struggling at the time because I didn't have much income coming. So I was like, man, I got to pay my bills. I have these bills to pay. And if I'm not making that much to even cover this amount, like, what the heck am I doing?
Right.
And so like I was doing that to pretty much pay my bills.
Right.
Until I got into actually became a realtor.
Gotcha. So once you started, once you got your license, is that when you stopped helping Anthony as an assistant, or were you still helping him and then doing kind of just real estate on the side, or did you make the jump like, okay, I'm gonna do this full time?
Actually, I got a different job just because Anthony was like doing his own little thing, and I ended up working at, I think at the time I was like doing meal preps. It was like this little, it was called Stay Fit Meals. They had a meal prep business, and I would work there part-time while I was working with Anthony, and ended up sticking with that while I was taking my test. Ended up stopped working with him, but I would still go with him doing showings and things like that when he had some.
Okay.
And then after that, I worked at Buffalo. I was serving, and then I became a realtor after that.
Gotcha.
I got another job, but.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I was pretty much working at a different job after that.
I see. So you were like just, while you're pursuing your real estate tests, I mean, you were doing like everything.
Yeah, man, I was always working.
Yeah.
I always like made sure like my bills are paid and I'm have that income coming because, man, I didn't live with my parents. My parents kicked me out at maybe 17.
Really?
Yeah, they kicked me out at 17, and I was like, man, okay. So I ended up living with my boyfriend. And my boyfriend, we were both young, like we were still in high school. So we both had to make our own money to like live.
Right. Oh, wow. So at 17 years old, you're like, welcome to the real world.
Yeah, exactly. You're on your own. Like you better do something. Like if not, then you're just gonna be out of luck. You're not gonna eat.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a young age to like have to, because for me, I mean, I remember I left my parents' house at the age of 19, but even then my parents were still helping me out with like, hey, here's a house that you can live in while you're going to school.
Oh man, lucky.
Yeah. So
I don't know. I had a room and I had all my stuff in there, and that's pretty much it. I didn't even have a bed.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I just had some clothes and that's it.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So 17.
No car, no nothing.
Oh
no
my.
quinceañera. Not just kidding. Sorry, mom.
Yeah.
But I mean, just we're fortunate, I guess.
Yeah. So did your parents say, hey, you're on your own, because what was the reason?
They actually didn't like my boyfriend. They knew I had a boyfriend.
Right.
And one day, telling my story, but
yeah,
one day it was like our year anniversary or two-year anniversary. I don't remember. But he had surprised me to go to the beach, and they weren't there. They were at church, and I was trying to get a hold of them because they knew I had a boyfriend. So I was trying to get a hold of them, and I sent them a courtesy text like, hey, Rigo's taking me to the beach for our anniversary. Like, I'll be back.
Okay.
And after that, my dad was like really mad at me to where he didn't talk to me.
Really?
So he stopped paying for my like soaps and toothpaste and like
Oh,
things. 'Cause
wow.
they had their upstairs bathroom and I had mine downstairs. So they pretty much stopped giving me things, and they would go out to go eat and just leave me there at the house. So I was just like, man, like, I'm just gonna leave then. If you guys are not gonna be here, I would clean and clean and keep it spotless, and then I would leave. So they're like, well, you're always with your boyfriend, and then I'm
Right.
like, and I was like, well, okay, like they're like, well, just leave since you're not gonna be here. I was like, well, you guys don't even talk to me. You guys don't even nothing, like you
Right.
know. So I ended up leaving because they're like, leave,
Right.
So that's pretty much how it happened.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So talk about like, it's crazy how,
Like, how are they gonna just let me, like, like I have no job to buy my stuff, so they're like, no, like I'm pretty much exited me out.
yeah. I mean, that's tough love, I guess. But at the same time, it's like at the age of 17, I
too
was,
hard.
I was not
Yeah.
mature. I mean, how am I going to live on my own when I don't even have the mindset so, I mean, that kind of force you to grow up and stuff. So,
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think at that age, I was like working summers in the fields
oh,
in high
okay.
school. Yeah, I was like making my money for my clothes and things like that.
Gotcha. So then did you go and live did you and Rio get your own place or were you guys like staying at his parents? How'd you guys make ends meet?
We ended up living with Anthony, his brother. We moved in with him. He opened the doors to us. He was living with his aunt at the time, but as he was in real estate barely starting, so he didn't have much money. So we're just kind of like we had to put the food on the table as well as much as they did. So we're just kind of like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So it wasn't like, oh yeah, here's some money.
Right.
Or here's the food on the table. It's like, no, you got to bring food on the table too.
Right.
You want to eat.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because we're all young. He's young too.
Right.
I'm 24 right now, and he's like 20. He just turned 27.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're all young, living in a house, pretty much like college students.
Right.
We're all like, we're both going to school. Me and Rigo, he was going to CSUB, and I was going to BC.
Yeah.
And we were trying to, work and put food on the table.
Yeah.
While we decided on what we wanted to do, we were both. He started with his real estate, and then I started after him. Like he got his license before I did.
Gotcha. So, I mean, you guys were just doing young kids, just trying to figure out how to survive.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like,
we're just like, how are we going to put some food on the table this week? Or what are we going to get? Yeah, but we always bust our butt to make it happen, honestly.
Right. That's cool. So then, I mean, you guys have done a good job of not only putting food on the table, but obviously helping the community now. And you guys have stepped up your game. Like I went to you guys' office. And you guys, I mean, not only is it a good office there's a great culture there. Everybody seems like they got each other's back.
Yes.
Like people are closing deals.
Definitely a good team to grow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like everybody's always growing. We had a little office where we all shared an office. I think we had like 4 offices. Now we have like 10 or 11.
Gotcha.
I'm not sure. We have both of those offices now.
Yeah. I seen that.
And
You guys
all busy with agents.
Yeah, you guys have grown a lot. So, obviously, you're, at the time you said you worked at Buffalo Wild Wings. At the same time, you're working at Meal Preps, and then at the same time, you're studying for your real estate. I mean, this is like just nonstop, 24/7 work. So when did you kind of feel like, okay, now I don't have to work anywhere else, but all I can do now is this real estate? Like, when did you feel that you could do that?
Oh, my last job that I was working at BJ's as a server.
Okay.
That was my last job. I was getting good money, but it wasn't like I was hoping for tips. And I was like, I don't want to be that person wanting the tips, like trying to get it. Like I want to be the one giving the tips, like giving the good tips. Oh, this person like gave me a good tip, $100 or something like that. Like,
yeah.
I just feel like that's awesome. Like, but I decided whenever like I had my escrows going already. Yeah, like helping people buy, and it was like enough for me to survive on just real estate instead of working to pay my bills.
Gotcha.
At the other place.
Gotcha. So you were just basically, you kind of did it how I did it a little bit. Like for me, I had a full-time job, I was getting paid very well actually. But at the same time, I was like helping family members just do their taxes.
Yeah.
But for me, I never really took it that
Oh,
serious.
so you started as doing taxes.
Yeah. So I was just doing it on the side, just helping family members. So I kind of had two things going at the same time. And for me though, it was like an ultimatum where my boss really like made me upset, and I didn't actually have enough income. Like you said, you had enough escrows to be like, okay, I can make this happen. Like for me, there was definitely not enough business.
Oh, okay.
I just had to actually I gave my 2 weeks notice because I was hating my job.
Yeah.
And then I didn't have it 2 weeks. The next day he laid me off, and I had to literally just start from scratch and build my business. So I was trying to, see how you did that, but you thankfully were able to kind of balance both at the same time.
Oh yeah, I was a realtor and I was still working at the restaurants.
Wow.
Yeah, because I was in the daytime, I would be in the office as a realtor, and then in the nighttime, I would be as a server. After like 5, I would work.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like until I felt I was comfortable enough to leave that job.
Gotcha. So you were working 24/7. I mean,
I was working. I would cry because I was like, man, I just want to leave this job, and I had a crappy car, and I was just like, man, like I just want to sell this car, get rid of it, and then go to my next one. But I was like, it's like within timing, time, it will come.
Right. So how'd you start growing your business? I mean, obviously, you started getting more escrows, but how did you start growing that business?
I mean, I started first. I was posting on Instagram and things like that, Facebook. But it was word to mouth. People I know. I was like, oh, I'm a realtor. If you need any help, I can help you guys out. But mostly, I get my clientele from like Google, Facebook, Instagram, social media platforms, and things like that.
Okay, nice. So yeah, I mean, you're doing pretty much a little bit of everything as far as marketing. You're getting
Videos.
Nice. So you're getting referrals. Now you mentioned though in the beginning that you were helping Anthony with videos, and you're like, oh, this is, I can't do that
for me.
Yeah. So, but I see you on social media, and you're making videos now.
Yeah,
so
I do.
So how did you gain the courage to do it?
A different videographer. Well, I hired a videographer to help me because man, like the editing and all that, it's a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like choosing the songs, cutting the clips you don't like, and I'll just do it over and over. And I was just like, man, I'm just going to hire somebody to do this, man. Cause it's, when they know how to do it, it's just like easier, quicker. You get the video done quicker.
Oh, yeah.
If not, it'll take me a whole month to get it done and out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Cause I mean, a lot of people think that, okay, I got to figure it out on my own. And
yeah, I wanted to do everything. I was like, I want to do videos. I want to do pictures. I want to do this. I want to do that. And I'm just like, I got to like focus on something. Because if not, I'm going to do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of that. And I'm not going to grow.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I just got on one real estate, and I'm like, real estate, that's it.
Yeah, for sure. And then not only that, you're like, okay, I'm not even going to spend the time trying to learn how to edit videos.
I said, I'm just going to pay somebody to do it. I'm just going to pay somebody to do it because, man, it just, I would spend so long just to edit it, and it just didn't even come out that good. I'm so tired of looking at it, and I was like, man, no.
Right.
Yeah, it's not for me.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's an important lesson for people to learn, listeners, because it's sometimes we want to figure out how to do it on our own. And sometimes it's like, hey, just hire the person that knows how to do it.
Hire the professional, hire them to do it for you because it's going to come out good.
Right. Yeah.
They are professionals and experts at it, and they'll get it out quicker.
Yeah, for sure. That's cool. So now that, you're still young, and I mean, you still have kind of a long ways to build your career and stuff. But like, as far as, when clients want to work with you, obviously you're helping them sell houses, buy houses, as far as, and I know that you want to build a team as well.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about like what's going on right now as far as your real estate career. Like what are you excited about that you're working on?
More listings.
Yeah.
More listings are it's a lot more easier because you have more control of the wheel.
Right.
Rather than buyers, or you just submitting offers.
Right.
But I love both. They're both very big, rewarding, because it's like you're helping a family get into a home. They'll soon want to sell and upgrade. So it's a continuous business when it comes to like referrals.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's cool. Yeah. Cause, listings is, I actually have my real estate license. I don't obviously use it that much, but I did, I think I read the $1 Million Listing or the $1 Million Realtor, I think, by Gary Keller, who's the owner or the franchise owner
$1
of
Million Agent or something.
Yeah, there you go. $1 Million Agent, who's the owner of Keller Williams, the franchisor. And one of the things that he says in his book is to focus on listings, right? Yeah. Because
I mean, if you have a listing, you have this person wants to sell, and if you have a buyer, that's 2 in 1.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can basically double up on your commission, but not just that. Like you said, you have more control.
You have more control of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of like having to show
your name out there, it's a lot easier.
For sure. Yeah. When you're just.
But what did you read on there? I want to see.
So for me.
Sorry for interrupting.
Yeah. No. For me, it's just like how to use your time better, right? Yeah. How to use your time more wisely, because I've been on the side where like before I focus on my tax business, I did a little bit of real estate, and because I got my license back in 2007.
Oh, okay.
Years ago.
Like right before the crash.
Yeah, right before the crash. And I didn't end up using it until probably 2000, like maybe 13 or 2014. And I only used.
Did you close anything?
I did.
You did?
Yeah, I closed, I tried to make it a career, but I realized it wasn't really for me. Yeah. I didn't really like, I guess, I liked having like something steady income, and I wanted to build something that I could, build something that had steady. And with real estate, it's always like you got to close the next deal. And so for me, you have
to keep getting it and keep them coming and keep going. And you're like, I want something that's going to be monthly, just coming in.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I decided to go into tax. But
yeah, I mean, it is like, you're only commissioned, so like if you don't sell any houses, you ain't making no money.
Yeah.
You're making nothing.
Yeah. And I think that, the nice thing about real estate though, the commission checks are huge. They're
good. Again,
it's like, man, you get.
But man, you have to work your butt off for it.
You do.
It's not like easy in the beginning.
Yeah, and I think where a lot of like realtors, I see them kind of fail. Now that I'm on the other side, like the tax side and the accounting side, is that they do like close deals and they'll make sometimes 6 figures, but then they don't have much to show for it, unfortunately. Yeah. Because they'll just they'll spend their money, and then when it is slow or when it is dry, they're kind of like struggling, and it's like that's when I'm like, hey, you know what? Let me create like a financial plan for you, so that way, when it is slow, you have other sources of income, and you're not having to like worry about that next. I'm not saying don't keep hustling, but now you have at least peace of mind.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have to be rushing into it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, but I think working smarter is super important. So that's
you always gotta get that next investment.
Oh, for sure.
Like, when it's really, you don't want to have that money just sitting, so you try to shoot for the next investment.
For sure. Yeah, and so that's awesome. So now more listings, obviously, growing your team is one of the things you're working on.
Yes, growing my team.
So how is it, like, how important is working at, with your broker and Elite Realtors? Obviously, there's a good culture, but, what are some of the perks of being there?
Always having somebody that has your back. Like if I'm out of town and I have a meeting out of town, and there's always going to be agents like working like, hey, we have like a group chat of all the agents. Like if we need any help, an agent is there to help. Like say if you need a showing, they'll go and help you with that showing. Yeah, with those clients or things like that.
Oh, really? Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah. So it's kind of more like a family and stuff.
Yeah, it's like a family, definitely.
Yeah. Now, if someone
a competitive family. Yeah, we're very competitive, but it's like a good competition. It's not like bad.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like, they close this many escrows, I haven't closed this many escrows, or I have these many escrows. Yeah. Or things like that. It's just it's good competition.
Yeah, the competition between family members is cool, because then it almost like pushes you to work even harder.
Yeah, it's like, you do that, I can do that too.
Yeah, it's like you're going down this month.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So like if someone has, like, let's say you're out or something and they end up showing the house for you, are they doing it more as a favor, or do you like treat them.
You gotta compensate.
You gotta compensate them.
You gotta
Okay.
compensate. You gotta compensate everything in real estate.
Yeah, I would say compensate everything in life, actually.
In life, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like either you get them back with the lunch, or
Right.
you get them back with money,
Right.
something like that.
Yeah. Otherwise, I mean,
Or
what?
a cut off that client if they submit an offer. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it just depends on what you work out.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Because otherwise, what's the incentive for them?
Yeah. Why would I do that? Yeah.
Yeah. So that's cool that you guys work together and collaborate. And then, so talk to me about the competition, because I think that's pretty interesting. Like, do you guys is it bragging rights, or is this like something displayed on the board, or how do you?
Yeah, we have something displayed on the board.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we all try to be like number one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And then is there any type of reward for someone, the winner that month, or is it just bragging rights?
I mean, you're on top of the charts. I think broker Anthony had said that we're gonna go do a Tom Ferry event in Las Vegas.
Oh, really?
I don't remember what the whole thing is, but if we get to a certain goal with our escrows, we get to go out there to Vegas.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Would it be the whole team?
200. Yeah, for the whole team.
Oh, okay.
Yes. But I mean, we were going to do Vegas last year, but I guess we didn't meet our goal in time. But this next year looks like we're going even faster.
Oh, nice.
With our escrows. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I think a learning event is like a lot better than going out there and partying, because you can do that anytime.
Oh, that's true.
With who you want instead of your coworkers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I think that's pretty cool that it's like in Vegas too, so you could learn while you're there, and then after
exactly. You
go
can
party.
have fun after.
Yeah.
Yes. I like to go to like learning conventions. That way you can keep growing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially when you learn from somebody that's already done it,
right?
Or already is building, or has knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
It's willing to share.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that's how you learn, is by surrounding yourself with people that have already done it, and just soaking all the knowledge in, and then applying what they teach.
Yes, exactly.
So like for you, I mean, it seems like it's so like natural for you though. Like you probably just like whenever you get advice, I just see you fearless. Like there's nothing, like you don't get scared. And some people, like a lot of people, are nervous to take action. So like why, like how are you so fearless?
How am I so fearless? I mean, I feel like if you don't try or get out of your comfort zone, then you're not gonna grow or surpass whatever that is. Like,
right.
Say if you, I mean, there's a lot of people that will not get on like a webinar. They're like, oh no, I would never. But I mean, I feel like as long as you get out of your comfort zone, then you're doing something. You're gonna be that 1%.
Right.
1% agent that's going to be willing to do that.
Right.
Because there's not a lot of people that are willing to get out of their comfort zone.
Yeah, that's so important.
I'm good with these escrows, or I'm good at this level. But I'm just like, I think I'm ready for my next level. Like I feel like I'm already like bored of where I'm at. Like I want to go to that next level.
Nice.
Like I'm never like, I'm good right here.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's next? What can we do next? Yeah.
So you're good with being uncomfortable, basically.
Yeah. I mean, man, the first time we done this, I was like, oh my God, I'm so scared. Like, what if I say something bad? And then now I'm like, okay, I'm ready. Like, yeah. I'm ready for you. I'm ready for what your questions are going to be.
Yeah. And I think what's very inspiring of you is that like, you're not afraid of failure. Like, for example, with even your real estate, when you were studying for your real estate, like you took it, you had to fail 2 times in order to pass the 3rd time, but you're not like, okay, real estate's not for me, I failed. Like you just kept going. So like, how do you, because I have like, for example, some team members that are trying to get their CPA license and they're scared of failing. And I'm like, who cares if you fail? Like just take it. So like, what's your mindset? Like when you fail, like, how do you like bounce back from that?
I mean, the first time it took me a while to get back at it, but I was just studying so hard that I was just like, I have to get this. Like I can't be that dumb where I can't, there's people that have done it before. So I just feel like it's not impossible. I actually read that book, Doing the Impossible.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man, that book's really good. I think it's by David Patrick.
Okay.
Do you know who that is?
Is it David Patrick or Patrick Big David or
Patrick Big David?
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
Something, that was a really good book that inspired me. Like like if somebody's done it before, you're able to do it
Right.
as well. So I just feel like nothing's impossible.
Nice. So you basically know how to like brush it off, you know,
Yeah. Pick
like,
myself up. You're a big girl. You're a big girl. You got this.
yeah. So do you motivate yourself, or do you need or is there other people that are like kind of motivating, like pushing you? Come on, Valerie, you can do it. Or is it more like yourself that just reflects?
It's more like the inner. I don't feel like, I mean, I do have support if I needed to, but it's more like you, like nobody can force you to do anything.
Right.
It's you yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're in competition with yourself. Like
Right.
if you can do this, then good for you. Like getting back on diets and things like that. I'm always like good at that. Kind of. I mean, I was like, I just had a baby. Okay. No. But yeah, I just feel like, man, I've changed my life in so much, like just by myself, that I feel like I can do it in any other type of way.
Nice. That's pretty, I think that's pretty powerful. Like just knowing like, hey, if somebody else has done it, like, why can't I?
Yeah.
It's like, I should be able to too, as well. Like why, what is it that they're doing that I'm not? And you're just, let me try it again.
Yeah, let me try it again. Or what are they doing? Or ask, what did they do in this case or something like that. Talk to other realtors or just surround yourself.
Yeah. So when you do fail though, do you feel like sad, or is it just more like, okay, whatever, move on?
I mean, I do get sad. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sensitive,
Yeah.
I like cried out, but I'll be like, I'm good. Wipe the tears away. Like, I'm good. Let me just try this one more time, or let me do this, like, because I got it.
Gotcha. Yeah. So that's important because I think the mind is so powerful, right? Like if you there's a saying from Henry Ford, who built Ford Motor Company, and it says, whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, either way, you're right. And because the mind's so powerful.
If you think you can't, you're not going to.
Right.
But if you do, like, it is a mindset. It's
Exactly.
definitely a mindset. Like if you think you can, you're gonna do it. But if you're telling yourself no, then no, you're not gonna do it. You're not gonna lose those 5 pounds that you wanted to, or 10 pounds, or whatever it is.
Yeah. It's anything in life, whether it's passing your test or if it's trying to get in shape or succeed in real estate or succeed in business, whatever it is, like you have to have the mindset to know, like, I can do this.
Yeah.
I'm going to be successful no matter what. There's other people who are doing it. So why can't I?
Yeah. I like to listen to like motivational, like when I'm gonna do something, I like to listen to motivational videos from like YouTube, and it helps me a lot.
Yeah, that's important because I think it
keeps me going like, you got this. Yeah, too.
For sure. Yeah, that the motivational stuff is important because especially when you're like feeling down, right? You're not like, oh man, I'm not feeling it today or whatever. Like, that soaking that motivation is just going to help you move forward or get out of that hump, whatever you're going through.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I think that's key. And I think that a lot of people don't realize that whatever you take in, like whatever you're consuming is what you're going to like spit out.
Yeah, exactly.
So like if you're listening to motivational stuff, like you're going to be motivational.
Yeah.
Or if you're listening or you're surrounding yourself with other successful people, you're going to be successful.
Yes.
But if you're hanging out with people that are like maybe not so optimistic, maybe they're like kind of big
and depressed.
Yeah,
and
you're
always
gonna
nagging and things like that. Yeah, you're gonna be that person too.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
just sticks on you.
Yeah, it just sticks.
I like to hang around. I mean, I'm always at the office, man. I'm always working, but I like to hang around with people that are like-minded, like with me.
Yeah, that's so important.
Yes, it is.
That's awesome. So now, obviously, let me take it back a little bit because at 17, your parents kick you out. You're a grown up at the age of 17. You're not even 18 yet, but you're already a grown up. Obviously, it worked out because I mean, you are happily married with your your baby, crushing it in business. So like now that some time has passed, like how's your relationship with your parents?
I keep it good with them. Like I mean, I didn't hold any grudges. Like I'm not that type of person to hold grudges. I don't know. I just feel like I don't have the energy for that.
Right.
But I continue to talk to them. They're still cool with me. My dad said he's so proud of me. It's actually my stepdad. My real dad, I don't know where he's at. But yeah, but my stepdad, he pretty much like pushed me to do better because he would tell me no, like you're not gonna do good, or you're gonna be that pregnant girl in high school. And I was like, no, I'm not. I'm not. Like I'm not ready. Like I would, if I'm not ready, like I always told myself, like since you would tell me things like that, like it made me like do the opposite. And I told him that. I would put it in his face, like, hey, you told me that this would happen. He's like, I would tell you that so you wouldn't do it. Suppose. I was like, okay.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. Like that's like the thing that would make me like push harder, because I didn't want to be what he was saying that I was going to be.
Right. That's interesting though. Like now that you're a mom, right? Yeah. And now that you're going to be a parent, it's like, even for me, I realize like sometimes I'm like telling my kids stuff like, hey, do this. And they're like, they do the opposite of what I'm telling them. I'm like, why are you doing that? And it's like, it's maybe because of the way I'm saying it. And it's like, no, Dad, like I'm going to do the complete opposite of what you're saying. Yeah. And it's almost like you have to like approach it differently. Like I'm pretty sure like if your dad or your stepdad would have approached it differently, you probably would have been like, okay, yeah, it makes sense. But like, I could imagine if he said it a certain way, you're like,
no,
heck,
yeah. I'm not gonna be that person.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't really have freedom like that when I was like younger. I was just like more like in the house. They would let me out with friends sometimes, but not really. Like it would spend the night and things like that. No.
Really? Yeah, so your parents were pretty strict? Okay. Yeah. So when you got kicked out, you probably had freedom as well.
Yeah, I had freedom. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go do whatever I want. If I want to stay out late, then I want to stay out late. I had like freedom to do anything that I wanted.
Yeah. But at the same time, like you still had to eat, right?
So, yeah, exactly. So I was always working too.
Yeah. Yeah. So how is it? Cause I could imagine like I'm sure you probably had some like values that were raised you right, because otherwise you could have also gone like in the complete opposite direction, or like, gone homeless, you're 17 years old. Like, okay, how did you have at least enough upbringing where like, no, I'm going to make sure, or was it your environment that you were with your brother? I
feel like, my boyfriend really made a big role, because he's like, no, like, don't do that, or we shouldn't do this. This is not a good decision. Like he would motivate me to do things like, hey, what are you planning to do? Like you gotta choose something, like if you don't like that, then don't do it. Then, like we'd always come to an agreement. I feel like he had a good, how would you say,
was he supporting you or just like encouraging you, or?
Yeah, I mean, I guess a good
role model.
A good role model. I don't know how to say it. Like he would have me choose better. Like I would go to him for any of my decisions. Like, hey, what do you think about this? Or like he would always have me choose good decisions.
Gotcha. Definitely. So you basically would whatever you were going through in life, you would kind of like ask him about it. You guys would communicate, and he'd kind of like steer you in the right direction.
Yeah, he would give me his opinion, and I would choose like what I wanted to do, or if I wanted to continue or things like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was a big, I guess, not decision maker, but good play. He did a good play.
Yeah. Now that makes sense. So he was basically helping you, kind of like, hey, we got this.
Yeah, like I think we should wait until after we get our jobs or careers and to have a baby or something like that. Like, we would have goals together. That's what made a big impact. That's what it is. He made a big impact.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense, because I think that when you I think there's a saying that says couples that grow together stay together.
Yeah.
So it's almost like you guys were kind of like at the same stage where it's like, okay, well, let's grow.
Yeah, like let's wait. Let's wait to have a baby. Like we have 8 years together.
Oh wow.
And we just had a baby.
Oh wow.
A year ago.
Yeah. And you could imagine that
we felt comfortable enough, I guess.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Because you could imagine at 17, I mean, like hormones are going up the roof. Yeah. It's like, it's pretty easy. Like,
I mean, it happens a lot. Like there's a lot of people that get pregnant young.
Right.
And it's just like, we were like, okay, we decided to wait because we wanted to travel or things like that.
Right.
Have fun ourselves, and then, have a baby later when we feel more stable.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were just like, I can't pay for Pampers at this. They're expensive. Babies are expensive.
Oh, they are.
They're very needy too.
Oh, for sure.
And babysitting and daycare.
Oh,
I'm
my
like,
goodness.
Dang, I don't know how young moms do this, man. It's hard.
Yeah. I mean, for you, it's pretty inspiring too to see like a young mom that's still like doing well in business. So like for you that, is a mom, first time mom, like how are you able to balance that and work?
I mean, sometimes if she's sick, my clients understand, like, oh, your daughter's sick, like, we can just meet tomorrow, no problem, like, people are very understanding, like, when it comes to my business. I tell them, like, oh, man, I'm not able to make it today, let's do it tomorrow, my baby's sick, or I have a babysitter, like, ready and available for me, like, if I needed to do any showings, or, they help me when it comes to, like, 9 to 5, and then I go pick up my baby and spend the rest of the time with her until she falls asleep.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So I think, like, just being honest and transparent with your clients.
Yeah, like, it's not like they're going to be like, oh, no, your baby's not sick. Like,
right.
Like, they're going to be very understanding. They're willing to reschedule or something like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Or work from home, like sending emails out and things like that. I always, like, if she's feeling sick, I'll work from home, just take care of her.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I think that especially when you almost are that transparent with your clients, it's almost like they even develop a better relationship with you.
Yeah. Man, my clients love my baby. They're like, oh my God. Yeah. I'm like, oh my God, it's your baby now, and things like that. Like, they love her.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that people are not like, oh, you have a baby.
Right.
I don't want to work with you. Like, it's like, it's family, Like,
yeah.
They're my main goal. They're very important to me. Like, that's my pride and joy.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think that's like, for me, it's like my why. As far
exactly your why. Like, this is why you're doing it. Like, for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because eventually, I mean, you're gonna have to pass on your legacy to your kids. Yeah. So you want to make sure that you pass on success or whatever it is. Morals, values, education, everything that you've learned throughout the years. So that's pretty inspiring that you're doing that as well. Cool. So what are you looking forward to? Like, obviously, you said more listings, but building your team as well. So like, what's in store for Valerie? 2 years from now.
2 years from now, man. I'm hoping by 2 years, I have more property, have my rentals going. Working on my second investment property. So I'm hoping to have my team built up. I'm kind of working on it. But in 2 years, man.
I mean, that's still pretty exciting because, I mean, so obviously building other sources of income, like rent.
Building sources of income, that's very important because I just want it to kind of flow in instead of being like, oh man, what's the next one, the next one, the next one.
Right.
How you were saying, it's like, that's pretty much how it is, the next one, the next one.
Right.
But you want to just have it like stabilized, and then you just feel not comfortable, but a little bit more at ease.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. You never want to get too comfortable because then you're not hungry anymore to close that next deal and stuff.
Exactly.
But again, like you say, now you're at ease because I still have my rental incomes that are coming in and stuff.
Yeah.
That's exciting. So what would you recommend to someone that, let's say they're 18 years old or even 22 and they're just graduated, not sure what to do in life, and let's say they want to be part of Valerie Luna's team or they want to join real estate, like what would be your advice to them?
I would definitely say reach out to me. I'm willing to bring them along, like to showings, to kind of show them how it works and what I do on a daily. And, if they're willing to look into actually getting their license, then I'm willing to guide them and put them under my wing so they can grow in real estate as well. Because having a mentor in real estate is very important because you want to have that guidance, because when you don't, it's going to be very, very, very difficult.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, you gotta.
You have to have that mentor in real estate because you're just going to have so many questions. You're going to be like, what do I do with this piece of paper?
Right.
Like, they want this. Like, what do I sign it here? Like, it's very strongly suggested in real estate to have a mentor.
For sure. That's awesome. So they can just, hit you up, which on your IG looks like it's at realtor_Valerie Luna.
Yes. You can message me on Instagram.
Awesome. Yeah. And then she's always posting, so like her videos, which are super inspiring, seeing her not only crush it in business, but also be a, mom, which is super inspirational for me because, I'm also a father of two daughters. So anyway, Valerie, congratulations on your baby. I know she's going to be one. Happy birthday to her. And congratulations on her success. And thanks for being on the show.
Thank you, Joel.